So how did you and Dad meet? Where did you first meet Daddy?
He would come to the dance.
Oh.
And he was going with a friend of mine first. But they were only a block away, his father's hotel from our store. But he was going with my friend. And
who was your friend?
Dorothy Sekulich.
Mm-hmm.
And Dorothy turned up on, she got pregnant with her boyfriend, so when one day he called and I says, something about Dorothy, and he says, I'm not worried about Dorothy. He says, I'm worried about you. He says, you're going to have to learn to speak for yourself. Because I felt sorry for Dorothy. I was talking about her.
So you guys met at the dances?
So I worked at the 5 and 10 cent store. And at 9 o'clock, when they went to close the store, he would be outside waiting on me.
How old were you then?
16.
16?
17. So then we'd walk down to the park and we'd sit there for a little while, and it's so funny because the moment you sat, there was big lights on, make sure. So then he'd walk me back because it was on Beaver Avenue and 9th Street. So then we'd walk down. So before you come to the house, then I'd walk home and he'd stay till I saw I got home and on Beaver Avenue there. And we did that for over a year or so. And when I wanted to get married, I said I was going to get married. No, I told Mama I was going with him, and so he would come to the house for 5-6 months, and then we decided to get married.
Well, hang on a second. So, when he first started walking you home, was he still in school, in high school?
No.
Was he working by then?
He graduated in 31. Yeah, he graduated.
But you didn't get married then until 34, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what I said.
So he was already working in the mill, or where was he working by then?
He was, when he finished school, he was playing football and that. But he didn't start working in the mill till after a year after he got married.
But so when he was walking you home at 9 o'clock, what was he doing for a living then? Was he working?
He was helping at their hotel.
Oh, just working at their hotel. Okay. So how did he propose to you?
He just said we were going to get married.
That was it, just one night?
That's all awkward.
One time? Nothing more fancy than that, huh?
And then he would come to the house.
So was your mom and dad okay that you were going to marry Dad, or?
No, my mother was so mad at me, she threw a shoe at me because I was going with this Italian guy, and it hit me here and cut the suit. She could have lost her eye. She, what are you mad at her? So it took me. So I just I one day told my mother, I says, you know, Mom, I'm making my own bed. I says, so if I do wrong, it'll be my fault. And she says, oh, you little snot, you know how to give you a good answer back. Because I says, the way I get married, I'm making my own bed. So that was it. And then when I did say I wanted to get married, I said, well, why are you rushing? And then they don't want me to get married right away. Why don't I wait? No, I'm mad now. I don't want to wait. And,
so how long you got married in September? When would that have been? A year before, maybe, or 6 months? When you were talking to, when you guys, when Dad decided, asked you to marry, how long? When was that? Until you got married, a year or so, or
2 years.
Oh, that long. So it was a nice courtship, huh?
Yeah. He'd come sometimes, and if we were eating, he'd eat with us. Because we had a big bench there and a big table in the kitchen. And that was our stamping grounds to sit there and talk. And if we closed the store up, and it would be dark, why, a couple of times Tata got mad and said, "What are you doing down there? Get the hell to bed."
Mm-hmm.
And he, right away, he was awfully sensitive and scared.
Your dad was? About your dad? Or, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when I did, they wanted me to wait. No, I'm not going to wait. So.
Did Dad have a car? No, nobody.
His brother, I think, had a car. Now and then they let him. Tata had a real beautiful Studebaker. Very, very pretty. And he lost it. I don't know what happened to it. It ran out. Then he bought an old junky truck. And then he bought the farm out there where Uncle Nicky lived.
Yeah.
So that was all in it.